You know, we have been saying this for a while. It's time to rethink everything, guys. You gotta beat the cloud giants on the battlefield that you can win on, and that's on the ground, baby. Face to face, eye to eye. Angel Oak is gonna help you do that. There's a way to win the battle on the ground using non-QM products. We've got the scripts, where to go, what to say, how to get it done. You could be up and running immediately after the webinar. We've got one coming up, April 17th. Don't miss it. Click this banner you see right over here over on your right. You might have to scroll all the way down on your mobile device to see it to register for the webinar, or there's a link around here somewhere. Win the battle on the ground. Rethink everything. Anyway.
All right. So, this has been talked about for the last week and a half, and we haven't jumped on it, but we are today. So, I see loan officer compensation like gun control laws.
Okay. All right. Oh, God. Oh, no.
See, because this analogy, Frank, probably going to slash our viewership to near zero.
Okay.
Because I'm pretty sure we're going to make an argument for and against gun control laws while trying to make our case on LO Comp.
All right.
So we're just going to piss off everybody.
Okay, let's do it.
Here we go.
All right.
I think gun control would be totally okay if you got rid of all the guns.
Okay.
I mean all the guns. Here's where you chime in and say all the gun people are pissed now.
Yeah, they are. All the gun people are pissed right now.
And seriously, there's a logic behind this. It's because I'm not gonna get shot if I'm confronted by somebody if I know that they do not have a gun, period.
Okay.
However, here's where we get all the other ones mad. Since that isn't realistic whatsoever, I think fighting on a level playing field would be a better personal option for me.
So you mean give everybody a gun?
Yeah, I mean, if you're coming to harm me and you have a gun, if legal or not legal, if you actually have a gun, I'd like to have one too. Time for you to chime in, Frank.
If you're still with us, that has nothing to do with LO Comp.
Well, it really does.
Okay, how?
Well, it's an even playing field.
Okay.
Just an even playing field for everybody. With guns, with LO Comp, makes sense.
I see what you did there.
Right, right.
Okay, yeah.
So, compensation for loan officers has to be the same for absolutely everybody, or just get rid of the comp rules entirely and just let the market figure things out. That makes more sense to me.
Yeah, but that's just not the case.
No.
It's never gonna be.
No, you're right. It's not the case now, and it's never going to be. Well, it should be the case, and it could be. If our advocates out there, the MBA and NAM, would advocate for this.
Right.
See, when you set different rules for different loan officers, depending on what type of license they hold or how compensation laws are interpreted, all you have and all you could ever expect to get is confusion, which is what we have right now. And that isn't good.
Yeah, so now the MBA and a whole bunch of banks sent a letter to the CFPB to allow loan officers to drop their commission to be competitive in interest rate.
Right.
Okay, well, the NAM, right, said it's not a good idea. Look, as we said before, LO Comp did not stem the flow of money to a mortgage company at all.
Nope.
No, the money still flows in, and there's a lot of it, right? It's simply diverted who can get the money.
Not the loan officer.
Right, and that would be the bank.
They get the money.
They get to keep all the overage, set the rate, and set the compensation, just like what the rule was trying to avoid.
BS, it wasn't trying to avoid that.
It's just that the loan officer can't realize any of that overage in a sense. So.
Right, so we have different rules for different loan officers, and there's no way to make this thing work. It doesn't work. The premise doesn't work, Frank.
Right.
You understand that? There's no way to make it fair when you have different rules for everybody.
Yeah, it's true.
So there's no fix whatsoever, and I'm gonna prove it to you right now.
Okay.
With this stupid little thing they're doing.
Okay.
Okay, let the new LO Comp rule go through as the MBA wants it in a handful of banks. You know, where a loan officer can drop their commission to be more competitive.
Right.
Let that happen right now.
Okay.
Awesome, right?
Okay.
All right. I'm going to set my comp as a loan officer at 5 points and work my way down from there to be competitive on all my deals. Maybe I'll get 1 point on a few, maybe I'll get 1.5 on a couple more, and maybe I'll just hit pay dirt on 1 or 2 with 5 full points. Now, seriously. This took us all of 5 seconds to figure out, and I have no doubt that all of you loan officers out there have figured out another dozen ways to skirt the rules if it were to pass. After all, if anything, you loan officers are a resourceful bunch.
This proposed rule change being pushed by MBA and a few mortgage companies clearly benefits the banks.
Yes, it does.
Not the LOs or the consumer.
Because seriously, like, why does a loan officer have to give up his commission? Why aren't they proposing that the bank just drop what they're getting to be more competitive? No.
Okay, see, it's a bad addition on an already faulty rule in the first place.
Yep.
After all, the only thing better than a bad idea is doubling down on a bad idea.
Yes!
And it shows where the allegiance of the NBA is with the bank.
Yep.
Not the consumer or the LO.
Right.
At least the way it appears to us. So sorry, Charlie, but that's how the tea leaves read. If the NBA wanted to benefit the consumer and the industry, which is in fact synonymous, they'd work to repeal the LO comp rules in its entirety for everyone and ensure all comp is disclosed on the CD for all LOs. And imagine this, let the market dictate what's happening.
Can you think of this for a second, Frank? Our policymakers think your average consumer is just dumb as hell.
Right.
That they can't make a decision that's in their best interest.
Right.
That you need to have the government come in and create all of this mess to protect you because you're just too dumb to make any good decisions over
Right.
here. I mean,
Right.
think about that.
It's ridiculous.
Maybe they're right.
So, I mean, if an LO or a mortgage company screws up a deal, well, then they can pay for it.
Right.
So all loan officers can price the loan based on what the situation calls for. And consumers win.
Wow, imagine that.
No great talking points.
Nope.
No soapbox.
No.
But just a good idea.
Huh.
Remember when a good idea was enough to pass a rule or a law, Brian?
Yeah. Now, I want to be clear about this. I think the NBA does a bunch of great stuff. We're not riding both sides of this, but they got it wrong on this. They got it wrong. They're coming after the loan officers' compensation to where they can drop theirs. There's a clear workaround in place right now. You have to have a level playing field for everybody and let the market decide. That's the only way to truly make things fair. And it coincidentally also benefits the consumer. Like the gun laws. Give guns to everybody or nobody has guns. Since you can't get rid of all the guns, let's arm everybody to the teeth.
It's an analogy. Okay, get it? All right, well, what are your thoughts on it? Leave us your comments down below. Do us a favor. Share our show with somebody. Just put it on Facebook. Something like that. That'd be great.
And by the way, if we're missing something on this, feel free to let us
Yeah,
know and
chime
rip our
in.
ass apart. I don't care. Do you care?
No, because actually when you guys communicate with us like that, it always gives us great fodder for a show.
Right.
We always enjoy that. So you guys have a great one. We'll catch you later here at the National Real Estate Post.
Bye.